Coming up on DC News Now, the latest tool to curb crime in the DMV, a real-time crime center. But how would the facility operate, and who would staff it?
Plus, residents are slowly returning home after Monday's explosion in Arlington, and there are still many questions.
We're going to stay chilly at least through your Thursday night, but we'll let you know how much warmer those temperatures will be on Friday.
Then the latest GOP debate turns into a war of words.
Nikki is corrupt.
As the four presidential hopefuls take aim at one another.
And it's the first night of Hanukkah. See how folks around the DMV are reflecting this holiday season.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
And thanks for joining us on this Thursday for DC News Now at 4. I'm Mark Hall.
And I'm Annalisa Gale. Our top story here at 4, DC police will soon have another tool to help with fighting crime as it continues to plague the nation's capital.
Well, Mayor Muriel Bowser and the police chief announced the creation of a real-time crime center that will partner with 14 regional and federal agencies to use cameras to help prevent and respond to crime faster.
Our political and government reporter Leonard N. Fleming attended that briefing and toured the future crime center there. He's live at the Metropolitan Police headquarters. Good afternoon, Leonard. How will this work?
Good afternoon, Mark and Annalisa. The mayor is elated about this program, and the police chief calls this the nerve center of law enforcement. And they'll say they'll do this without taking cops off the street. They are borrowing this idea from New York and other cities that have employed these real-time crime centers to bring down crime in real time. What is now an empty space on the 6th floor of the D.C. police headquarters will soon be teaming with law enforcement personnel and technology to watch and try to prevent crime 24/7. The Real-Time Crime Center officials say will utilize cameras with personnel help from several agencies ranging from the Capitol Police, Metro Transit, and even the U.S. Secret Service Uniform Division to agencies in suburban Maryland and Virginia to crack crime.
The message is really to people who would commit crime. If they haven't gotten it already, you're going to be on camera and you're going to get caught. And this provides another piece of evidence that can help some, that will give confidence to our prosecutors who may be concerned that they can't get a conviction. So we want to give them some confidence.
Chief Smith told me that she traveled recently to New York and New Jersey to study their crime lab centers to make sure that she understands how they work. And she said this facility, which will be on the 6th floor of the police center behind me, that won't be up and running until sometime in January. Guys?
All right, Leonard, thank you. But how would the city pull this off with the shortage reported on the police force?
Well, the chief wouldn't answer my questions about specific staffing levels or the amount of money it will cost, but other law enforcement agencies will be having people as part of this unit as well. A couple of agency chiefs told me 1 to 2 of their personnel will be in this facility behind me in that crime center. Reporting from Metropolitan Police Department headquarters, Leonard N. Fleming, DC News Now, back to you.
All right, Leonard, thank you. And the executive director of DC's ACLU is reacting tonight, voicing concern over the crime center, saying in part, unchecked government surveillance does not improve public safety and it threatens the rights of all community members. All right, switching gears, a live look outside the Washington Monument this afternoon. Another chilly and overcast day here in the DMV.
Yes, mostly clouds that we've seen today, Mark and Damon, but looking ahead, things are going to get a little better, thankfully.
Yes, indeed. They are looking up here, guys, as we head toward the weekend. Today was just a little bit of a holdup on those improving conditions because we did have quite a bit of that cloud cover. Really no precipitation to speak of. There was just some very light wintry precip that clipped by parts of Washington, Frederick, Howard, and Carroll counties as quite quite the disturbance passed by through Pennsylvania right on into New Jersey. They saw a good amount of snowfall earlier today, but we stayed out of that, thankfully enough. But all this gray on the map, that cloud cover is not letting up in and around D.C. I-95. Now, as you go back to the west, it hasn't been totally clear, but we have been experiencing a little bit more of a clear sky with some sunshine as you hit the Shenandoah Valley and into the Allegheny front. And that being the case, it made just a small enough difference. The temperatures right now and a little earlier in the afternoon as well, upper 40s, low 50s. So we saw that slight uptick in our temperatures to the west. But as you went across D.C. and the rest of the DMV through the afternoon, it stayed chilly with temperatures only in the mid 40s. And that's where we stand right now. But as we go into the evening time, as always, those temperatures will start to drop off, and soon enough they'll start falling a good bit, given the fact that finally the clouds start to break up. But of course, that's going to happen likely after sunset. So at the end of the day, literally here, we're not going to see much sunshine at all. We'll get that more clear sky as we go through the night into your Friday morning. And it looks like we have plenty of sunshine on tap for tomorrow as compared to today, as well as some warmer temperatures. Just how warm are we talking, and what's the latest with that storm system on Sunday? We'll have a full look at your forecast coming up here in just a bit.
All right, Damon, thank you. Well, happening now, over 700 Washington Post employees have walked off the job for a 24-hour labor strike. Now, according to the Washington Post Guild, the workers are asking for higher wages due to inflation. They also mentioned recent layoffs and the company's effort to buy out employees. They say the Post has threatened layoffs if they don't get enough people to leave.
I'm really hoping that it sends a message that, like, this company is nothing without us. This newspaper does not work without us.
Which is the most serious for the Post in decades, is expected to go on till midnight.
Developing now, the first time since Monday's massive explosion at a house in Boston, Virginia, neighbors are being allowed to return to their homes. That explosion happened after an hours-long standoff between law enforcement and 56-year-old James Yu, who investigators presume is now dead. DC News Now was on scene today as part of the fence blocking off the area finally began to come down. Our Randy Bass was in the neighborhood as community members got a first glance at the damage left behind. We're going to hear from her coming up at 4:30. A jury found Prince George's County officer Michael Owen Jr. not guilty on all charges tied to a January 2020 shooting. The man who died in the shooting, 43-year-old William Green, was handcuffed in the front seat of a police cruiser when the shooting happened. Green had been in a crash, and officers believe that he was under the influence. During an exchange, police say Owen shot Green 7 times. Owen was arrested and charged the next day. Green's family calling today's acquittal a miscarriage of justice.
And there's no justice in this country for black and brown people. This is proof. I don't know how bad it has to get for police to be held accountable for their actions.
Well, Green's family was given $20 million from the county in a settlement. Corporal Owen has been on suspension without pay since his arrest.
Right now, the official cause of death for Pedro Argote, the man police say killed Washington County Circuit Court Judge Andrew Wilkinson, has been ruled a suicide. The state medical examiner releasing that report today. Argote's body was found in a field in Williamsport. Judge Wilkinson had ruled against Argote in a child custody case on October 19th. That same night, he shot Wilkinson in his driveway at his Hagerstown home. Argote's car was found days later near an abandoned tannery in Williamsport. And about a week later, a search party found Argote's body not far from his car.
Well, DC News Now is your local election headquarters. And last night, the 4th and final GOP primary debate aired on News Nation. And the 4 candidates spent most of the evening taking shots at one another.
Ron has continued to lie because he's losing.
Nikki is corrupt.
You do this at every debate. You go out on the stump and you say something. All of us see it on video. We confront you on the debate stage. You say you didn't say it, and then you back away.
Well, it was just insults, though, throughout the 2-hour debate in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. The 4 candidates on stage talked issues including China, foreign policy, and inflation, and spending several minutes talking about gender identity issues and policies.
We need a strategy of denial so that we're deterring Xi's ambitions.
Biological boys shouldn't be playing in girls' sports.
Former President Donald Trump once again absent from the debate stage, but still a topic of conversation, though he wasn't initially mentioned by 3 of the 4 candidates on stage.
Well, happening now, the Jewish Festival of Lights Hanukkah begins at 7 o'clock tonight, and the National Menorah will be lit in just a short time, signaling the first of the 8 nights of this celebration.
Yeah, the menorah is located on the ellipse near the White House and National Mall. Taking a live look at the service going on there right now. Guests are being welcomed by Jewish faith and community leaders, and the second gentleman, Doug Emhoff, will greet the gatherers later in the service. Now, the menorah expected to be lit right around 4:45.
And the United States Marine Corps Band is also performing throughout this ceremony. Our Daniel Hamburg is there on the scene now, taking in all of the service. We'll hear from him near the top of the hour, coming up on DC News Now at 5. All right, it's the holiday season, so lots of folks excited. Yeah. We saw the Christmas tree lighting last week, and that area is going to be just so beautiful for the holidays this time of year.
It is that time of the year.